Show your allegiance, show your loyalty to this nation, Liberia, the flag of Liberia is flying. Show your allegiance, show is forever. The white on the flesh is for purity. The star is for republic. The blue is for black people. We know Liberia is our home. The Declaration of Independence was signed in 1847. 11% of people we are known as First Republic. The Lone Star shining evermore. It's fine on the time. Show your allegiance, show your loyalty to this nation. The people who are called on it. We're right again. To your right there, I prophesy. It will come to your life. Together, what's in unity we will build. Show your allegiance, show flesh is for forever. The white on the flesh is for purity. The star is for republic. The blue is for black people. We know Liberia is all.
The best way to predict your future is to create it. What a pleasant good afternoon and welcome to Bits and Pieces. It's on a Thursday, and of course today is the 27th day in the month of March, and the year is 2025. I'd like to say a pleasant good afternoon and welcome from wherever you've joined us. It's good to have you. Of course, just keep listening to the show this afternoon, as it promises to be very, very fascinating. Too many issues to talk about. And of course, the name is George. I'm George Way. I'm here on today's presentation of Bits and Pieces. Like I said, too many issues we'll be talking about this afternoon on the show. What are the issues we will be talking about? Aggrieved unity partisans protest over the employment issue at the home of Liberian President Joseph Boakai. Why were the guys protesting? We'll bring you an excerpt from their protest this morning at the home of Liberian leader Joseph Newman Boakai. Why is the Chief Justice Sianeyo of the Supreme Court of Liberia is requesting security protection ahead of the final ruling? Former Liberia's Vice President Joe Havatila says Bon County needs servant and not king. Her statement comes following Recent crowning of Senator Prince Mui of Bonk as the political godfather of Bonk County. The senior director in corporate service records at the Chief Department at the National Port Authority has resigned. Why are the guys resigning? We'll bring you his letter of resignation. Have some conversation surrounding his resignation this afternoon on the show Bitz and Pieces. This is Bitz and Pieces. It's on Voice of Liberia every weekdays, Monday to Friday, 2 to 4. Those of you watching the live, leave a comment. Just share the live this afternoon, as it promises to be very fascinating. On the show, keep dropping your comment. Just leave a comment, and of course, we'll do the acknowledgement right here this afternoon. Star 799 star 90 hash, star 799 star 90 hash. You play with $200 Liberian dollars, you win for yourself 10,000 and 20,000 Liberian dollars. I'm giving out 10,000 and that of 20,000 Liberian dollars this afternoon on the show. Star 799 star 90 hash, star 799 star 90 hash. Play with $200 Liberian dollars, and of course you win for yourself 10,000 and that of 20,000 Liberian dollars. So you need to play multiple times. Play as many times you can play in order to win for yourself 10,000 Liberian dollars or 20,000 Liberian dollars. 3 o'clock, we hoping to have a guest at 3, and our guest will come from the Methodist Church. We're hoping to have him here. If he comes, fine. If he doesn't, that's it. And then we will continue over our show. But keep sharing the live. Leave the comment. The cash giveaway is on. Star 799 star 90 hash. Star 799 star 90 hash. Let's take this very short musical break here as we run through the acknowledgement on the show. Keep sharing the live and just leave a comment. And of course, we'll do the acknowledgement right here on this show. Let's take this song right here. Let's take this song right here on the show. Keep sharing the live and just leave the comment. And of course, I will do the acknowledgement right here this afternoon on Bitz and Pieces.
I'm feeling the vibe with originalhits.com.
Download your favorite song at originalhits.com.
They fucking rock you. Lepe when you come in. Choo. Y'all can see. All the coconut do for me, oh. I pay a blessing to plant me and I get cut up to toe, oh. You open door, you made a way. Make my enemy call away. They want to hold the down. I let them people next day. Me okay, so they're going to be not telling me okay. She open the corridor for me to pass. I said, okay. She how you turn around for good from the way to bed. She great, I carried, and I get the kitchen and do well. Congratulations. Yeah, all my kids they wanted me for. All of my Kenya I give it to God. They think you do it la for la mama. Le papi la zoba, make it la do. Feel a thing I do. Tell her to say me I got pepe. You turn it around for me. When all of them were looking down on me. Play point kill the show. Your own part is slow but show. Let me act today. Tell me.
And of course, let's run through the acknowledgement here this afternoon on the show. Abino says, good afternoon, Voice of Liberia. I'm watching from Bangabon County this afternoon. Asata and Miller. Right. Good afternoon, Brother George. I'm watching live from Red Light. Good to be on the show. Marcos Sao says, good afternoon. I'm following from Kakata City, Maigebe County. Fatou Sharif said, thanks a lot for the show. Lincoln Campbell. Lincoln says, good afternoon, Brother George. Thanks for the show. I'm following you from Kakata City. Andrew K. Blackie goes on and says, good afternoon, Brother Josh. Thanks for the show. I'm following you from Kakata City. Andrew K. Blackie. Good afternoon, George. My name is Andrew, and I'm Andrew K. Blackie, following from Bangabon County this afternoon. Many thanks to you for the show. Diana Dennis says, good afternoon, George. Please let Mr. Richard Nangwe, Mr. Richard Nangwe 245, live Henkun, that the law is the law. Masa T. Vannin says, good afternoon, Voice of Liberia. I'm watching from Crown Hill YMCA building. So just continue to leave a comment, continue to drop a comment, and we will do the acknowledgement of the show this afternoon. Just keep sharing the live as well, and leave a comment in the comment section. We will do the acknowledgement right there this afternoon as we move on with the show. So the cash giveaway is on star 799 star 90 hash star 799 star 90 hash. 3 persons can start to play now. 3 persons, like I said, 3 persons can start to play now this afternoon on the show. So let's get started. Fellow Liberians, Arthur K. Robert Jr. says, I'm watching from Bon County. Okay, Albert, thank you. And just keep watching, keep sharing as well, and so that others can join the live this afternoon. So this morning, fellow Liberians, we woke up to the news of protest by some aggrieved unity partisans who this morning gathered to, or at the residence of the Liberian leader, His Excellency President Joseph Newman Boakai. They've gathered to the residence of the president to protest on ground that they've been abandoned by this government. They've been abandoned by the president. And the president, according to them, they feel that the president is being misled by Prince Johnson on grounds that the Liberian people, they've been given job, especially for those of them that were promised that they were going to join the army, they were going to join the police and all of that. According to them, they were private security. During the election, they were protecting the president. And they were being promised that upon the election of Joseph Boakai, they will ensure that these guys, over 300 plus men, they were going to recruit them in the army or the police. Some were going to go join the army, while some were also going to join the police. But according to them, they've been abandoned. The government has abandoned them, and they can't just find their way through. But again, I will bring you an essay, like I said, you will listen to some of the things that, according to them, that led to their protest today at the home of the president. Sometimes when we sit here and say that things are tough, our people are going through a lot, the unemployment rate in this country has increased than ever before, and people say we're joking and we're not up for business. This should be the second time that Liberians, they've gathered to the home of the president under the leadership of Joseph Boakai to protest specifically for employment. There should not be something that people will be going to the president's house every now and then protesting as if to say the president is not in the know of Liberians not having job. I think the president is in the know. And you men that gathered today to the home of the president to protest on ground that you guys don't have job and you were being promised by the president. I don't want you guys to shift blame to Prince Johnson or whoever. The first thing is, there were too many promises that this government made that the government hasn't been able to live up to those promises that they made. Too many promises that were made by this government, and the government hasn't been able to live up to those promises. And your promise was just one of those promises that were made. The promise that were made to you guys by the president back then was just one of those promises that he made. There were too many promises that this government made, and up to press time, the government hasn't been able to fulfill one of them. And so I followed the protest that the guys had. At a point in time, I saw some police officers started to beat on some of them. And that led to the guys, some started, trying to react. And, so, but let's listen to them. I want you to listen to them. Listen to what they're saying. It's good that you hear from them, fellow Liberians. So we will try to bring you an excerpt from that protest this morning at the home of the president. So let's acknowledge those of you just joined us. Buffy M. Rogers Jr. says, good afternoon, my brother George. My name is Simeon J. Jimmy. I'm watching from Bon County this afternoon. Many thanks to you for the show. Rivo James Poto says, good afternoon, Voice of Liberia. Thank you so much for the show. I really appreciate it. I'm watching you live from Kolahun District, Koba City, respectively. Ruben say, right, good afternoon, George. I'm following you from Kakata City, Magibi County to be specific, Mandingo Quarter community. Oto says, I'm following from around the Freeport. Thank for the show. Brabi Mba says, good afternoon, George Wei and cherished listeners of Voice of Liberia. Following live from Bourgeois Aslan Monrovia. The RLJ lawmakers are certainly in hot water. The region speaker in Region Nangbekun must step down and return speakership to the embattled Speaker J. Funati Kofa. He believes that Funati is the legitimate Speaker of the House of Representatives. Thank you. Keep sharing the live, gentlemen. Those of you watching, keep sharing the live. Invite others to join the show this afternoon. Bits and Pieces is on Voice of Liberia, 104.1 in Monrovia, 90.7 in Banga, Bon County, 89.7 in Kakata, Maigibi County, 96.7 in Grambassa, 95.7 in Lofa. It's good to have all of you listening this afternoon to the show. Let's take, or let's join the guys that were protesting at the home of the president this morning. Why were the guys protesting? Let's listen to them.
His security, now they're the one he employed to the bureau, and when he left to the government, all of us working. They say everybody working. Every day, the guy come here on a daily basis. And you understand it? Yeah. So that the reason we didn't necessarily we think to plan. We think to call the president attention that there is what happening. You see what I mean? You see?
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
that the police officer did it. You see on us? You see my phone? As you can see, my phone. We got more to tell you. What on the platform and our plan.
Yeah.
We beg of you to work with us to the place so we can give you the prayer release so you can carry life.
My man, you talk to the people, they will not listen to you.
Protect him. You were put us out to the person. When there were no food, we don't eat, we sleep with hunger. The people where they come here, there were no national security. There was no national security to protect him. And now he knows that we are not important. And now he knows we stand there, we are not fighting. We need to stand there to have a plan. Damaging our body, as you can see. So we are
So how did you gather that police are chasing after you this morning?
We got up peacefully across the road. President of the president, because it's our house. The opportunity given to come there, we should come there until the old man can settle us. But send them, he didn't do anything. Now they arrested one of our female. They arrested one of our female, and they tell the female is in their hand now. They're flogging the woman. What the woman not do anything. Peacefully. You know what I'm saying? Like, so is that the way we live in the country? We don't want to go and rather come home. We are peaceful people. We are security people. Majority of guys you see that we are in national security. We don't talk. But if they start pushing out the war, we will retaliate. We will not lie to anybody.
Okay. So where are we going next from here?
We get into the point where we have our meeting. So from then on, we got a prayer ready.
Okay. So this is what's happening here. From the president resident here. Just in the ministry.
We worked for the paper for the time 2017, around the campaign. From 2017 all the way to this 2025. 2025, we are not being on the job. People working on our name. Can you imagine? And when they asked Charles Johnson, now all the men that were behind me during the campaign, are they working? You will tell the paper that yes, indeed, they all are working. And which of course we are not working, we are not doing anything, we are not any. People are working on our names, putting their money in their pocket, and we are broke. We have children with suffering, we have no business to do. And when we come to raise the concern, we never came with confusion, we never came with any fight. But we came with peace. We came with the flyers, just to show it when the paper is passing, so you can read and raise concern, just for us to raise the paper concern. Like, yes, indeed, we are not working. But when we stood over there, the people told us that we shouldn't stand there. And we told them that, oh, back, we all are citizens. We never came here with loss. We came here just to raise the paper concern. And after you read the flyers that in our hand, we will be going by our businesses. They said that no, we shouldn't stand there. They started shopping up. Nothing on with the battle that in their hand. Because we're standing there. They started shopping up.
Okay, so people would like to know who were your hairs that up to now you cannot get any job from the president.
Our hair, they are not working.
No, go ahead.
Our hair are Charles Johnson, because he was the all-over commander during that time when we were running the campaign.
So the people are watching you. People want to know what exactly that you came this morning that the president should listen to you. What you want to tell the president exactly?
We only want to tell the president that we are not working. We are not doing anything. We have no business, we have no job. At least if he can find error for us, or because he has the power of appointing people to various places. And he has the power of telling someone, oh, SYC, let the person work to this area. As long as he submit the listing, they will accept it. So that just for you to hear our cry and call us, at least that will start getting something for our children. Because some of us who don't have our children, we don't have father for our children father pass off. And during the campaign, we doing business at the same time, we paying the transportation, going.
Okay, I got one more present. we hear from one more person now on the interview, and then we come right back and we provide our analysis here. We have some conversation surrounding the guys' protest this morning at the home of the president, Joseph Boakai. Right here. This is Bits and Pieces. It's on Voice of Liberia, 104.1 in Monrovia and other frequency across the country. Let's take this fellow. Let's get this fellow here. Let's get this fellow quickly.
Okay.
This is not my name again.
Thank you.
This is not my name.
Okay.
This is not my name again.
Thank you.
So that's why really hit to find for us. They will get I will say, and let us see me. So this is not my name. This is not my name again.
Thank you.
So that's why really hit to find for us. They will get I will say, and let us see me. So that's why very old grab and we get a to the now.
Yeah. Amen. Listen to that. Listen to that fellow Liberians. Listen to this guy. The way he sounds. Very disappointed. Listen to him.
They will get I will say, and let us see me. So that's why very old grab and we get a to the now. People have been saying it. People have been saying, oh, I'm going to say, Joda Bagana correct, and I choose.
Okay, thank you. What's on your placard? What's on your placard?
They will get I will say, and let us see me. So that's why very old grab and we get a to the now. People have been saying it. People have been saying, oh, I'm going to say, Joda Bagana correct, and I choose.
Okay, thank you. What's on your placard? What's on your placard?
Yeah,
So folks, that's it.
Yeah, put the camera on it.
So you can see what's on the placard here.
Okay. All right. Fellow Liberians, you listen to the protesters. You listen to the protesters. You listen to why exactly they were protesting at the home of the president. And like you listen to them, their leader at the time, he was, I know, Prince, is it Charles Johnson or Prince Johnson, something like that, according to them. And Charles Johnson, he was the one heading the protection unit of the current president at the time. He was in the opposition, Joseph Boakai, security. So he was instructed by Joseph Boakai to recruit these guys into his protection unit team to ensure that he's protected everywhere. And, he went through the campaign. And they were promised that if he's elected, they will ensure that, they will get a job, they will be employed. Some will join the police, some were going to join the army. But according to them, they've been left along the way. They've been abandoned by this unity party government. But it said that they don't have right to get job in Liberia. They are Liberians. They require, or they are qualified to get job. Nowadays, once you are a high school graduate, you can join the police. You can even join the army. But myself, I want to be a little bit disappointed with even these young people. Did you take advantage of the recruitment process of the armed forces of Liberia? Or have you been following the recruitment process of the Liberia National Police? Or even the Liberia Immigration Service of recent? It were all on social media that the immigration service, they were doing recruitment. Again, I don't know whether you took advantage of it. But again, this is the kind of Liberia we find ourselves in, where people will sit and go through an agreement. You sit and agree that, oh yes, let's do it this way. And at the end of the day, you are left along the way. They are Liberians. They seen where you have Patrick Honda, you have the fellow Bill Jones, and they riding the best of the cars around this place. These people too, they deserve the same. They got family. They seen where you have people in government. These people too deserve better as well. They have to cater to their families. But now you've abandoned them. You've abandoned them simply because you were using them as a tools to achieve your achievables. Now that you've achieved, you've placed them aside. I think the president will have to call these people. You have to sit with these people and see how you can find a way for these people. The last fellow who spoke, he sounds very disappointed. And I think there's a need that the government look at the people and find something for them. There's a need that the government do. I said it on this platform yesterday that what the government did to have accepted the plight of the students that were seen protesting. Because of that, we're going to have too many protests in this country. I said it on the platform. It did not even end from my mouth. The morning, another guys want to protest. So you know why people always be protesting? Though the police misbehaving, but people always be protesting because the United Party government, they are somehow a fraud of protest. Though sometimes you will see Greg instructing his guys to brutalize peaceful citizens. But every time Liberians go out to protest, the police will get the people against their own government. So you see, the guys went today to protest. Greg instructed his untrained police officers, and they started beating on the people because he feels that only he alone deserves riding the air-conditioned car and other things. So people should not go and talk about their wealth. So the only means now that people they've seen in Liberia now is the issue of the protestation. Every time people will get up and protest because they feel they've been abandoned. It happened here recently with the students. The students, they were out. I think that was Monday, they came out. But according to them, they were just, calling the attention of the government on Monday. And Tuesday, they came out. You saw what happened. And that's how the government decided to call on the guys so that they can sit and have some conversation. And at the end of the day, the government had to go to these guys, these students, and appeal to them. They apologized to them. Oh, gentlemen, you're sorry. We beg you. They went and sit with the teachers. They had to apologize to the teachers. They begged them. Will ensure that what the president said will increase your salary. Voluntary teachers will be employed. So That's why these guys are also coming out today to protest. And that's why you have these guys coming out to protest. Because they feel that once they protest as well, that's the only way the government will pay attention to them. That's the only way the president will pay attention to them. So you see, that's the only way now the people can call on the attention of the government. And that's the only way the government will sit and listen to the people. It is their right as well. Let's also figure out that it is their right under the Constitution. It is their right to peaceful assembly. And so I think the art of Greg at all time instructing his guys to beat on peaceful protesters, I think is wrong. And Greg should not be doing so. I think it is wrong, totally wrong. And Greg should stop. He needs to stop. He needs to stop. These people were promised by this government, by the Liberian leader, and they were told to do something, and that they did. They were given tasks to perform during the campaign. Oh, and they did. They live up to that task. They've done with your work. At the end of the day, to reward them, and you want to tell the people political reward in heaven? Not allowed. Political reward is not in heaven. Yeah, I read like bro, yeah. They did your work. At the end of the day, you should be able to reward them. All those around you, the same way, Mr. President, they campaign for you, that the same way the people to contribute a lot. And they made you. I felt disappointed when I listened to that lady. The way she spoke. And at a point in time, I saw she was even sharing tears. I got shocked. It just clearly tells you what Liberians are going through nowadays in Liberia. Like Sekou would say, eating just to get food. It has become an achievement in this little country that Jala would call Miami. Our people are going through a lot. And there's a need that there be a creation of jobs for young people. Besides those that were protesting today, fellow Liberians, there are a lot of our brothers and sisters that are out of job. They were working when the government took over. They took a lot of them away. They took a lot of our brothers away. So at the end result, people become jobless. Even though that quote unquote campaign for this government, a lot of them, with the level of education some of them have, they're still jobless. What is the cause? It's because there has been no creation of jobs, opportunity for our people. And that's one of the major things I think the president needs to look at. He needs to look at it critically. He needs to look at it critically. What is happening? Mr. President, what is happening? Is it that you've been misled? That everything is rosy in this country? Liberians are suffering. They're going through a lot, Mr. President. You said you were coming to right the wrong. You said you were coming to right the wrong. And so what is happening at this point in time? That you will still have young people who going to almost we're going to 2 years now. 1 year plus. So we're going to 2 years now. That will still have the issue of job creation be a challenge here. You still have the government still doing structuring. So when you will get done with your structuring, so we're talking about maybe 3 to 4 years. Mr. President, if you're not in charge of the country, you need to take charge of the country. If you are not in charge of this country, Mr. President, there's a need that you take charge of the country. You spoke about the increment of job opportunities for Liberians, but now you see that the opportunity has decreased. Instead of it increasing, it has decreased. A lot of our brothers and sisters are jobless and they're doing nothing. And for the over 300 plus unity partisans that were protesting today at the home of the president, I mean, it's a good step that you took today. That's the only way you feel that the president will listen to you or officials in government will listen to you. And what I can say to you guys, sometimes too, when there are opportunities, some places take advantage. Don't sit and say, oh, because you were promised by the Unity Party, you were promised by Joseph Boakai, and so you remain quiet when there are opportunities. You don't take advantage. You take advantage. You go for it. But if you sit and say you're waiting on Joseph Boakai, or you're waiting on Charles Johnson or Prince Johnson or whoever to ensure that you get something on your table, I think you'll be joking. Oh yeah, you'll be joking. When there are opportunities, I mean, make use. Go to places, find means, get something to do. And let's not depend every day on government. Yes, we know it is it is part of your social responsibility. But again, you should have it at the back of your mind that these people, they are politicians. Sometimes when they say some of these things to you, just listen. Just listen. But don't take it to be serious. Don't take some of the things they say to you to be serious. Just listen to it. Because they don't care. They don't care at all. Oh yeah. What they care is to improve their life, is to steal, is to enrich themselves and be done with it. Whether you're going through a lot, whether you were promised, they don't care. Automatically, they don't care. And so, I'm asking you young people to take advantage of every other little opportunities you see somewhere. Try to make use of it. Try to take advantage. And I don't want you to sit and rely on this government and say the government will create job opportunities for you. Doing so, you'll be doing it at your own detriment. Oh, yeah. You'll be doing it at your own detriment. So keep playing the cash giveaway. We got 2 more persons to play at least two times. Star 799 star 90 hash, star 799 star 90 hash. Keep sharing the live. Let's acknowledge those of you just joined the live. Neve Peve says, good afternoon, George. I'm watching from Monrovia. Baka in his office can lie. Wow, that's it. James S. Moba says, good afternoon. I'm watching you from Topo Village. We are getting there. Pastor Momo M. Sanon says, good afternoon, Voice of Liberia, and thanks for the show. This afternoon, I'm Pastor Momo M. Sano, presently watching live from Kolahun District, Lofa County. Ruben says, George, although those people said during the campaigns that they are doing it for the betterment of the country, not for job. Yeah, by Asata and Miller, Brother George, that God beating them so. Murphy Heenan says, good afternoon, Brother George. I'm watching from District 9, where one of the best lawmakers live, Representative Foko. Brother George, ECOWAS need to deploy their troops in Liberia because we are in crisis. Henry B. Jolo, that's Jolo Conjunan, says we are getting there. Keep sharing the live, leave your comment, and of course, I will do the acknowledgement as we move on with the show. Henry says that cat eating a own baby. The guys are interesting. Keep sharing the live this afternoon. Just keep sharing. Momo Flomo says good afternoon. I'm watching from Israel. Thank you, Momo. Keep watching. Continue to share the live as we move on this afternoon with the show. And so, since the 2023 election, the former vice president, Madam Joel Howard Taylor, she has been very quiet. The former vice president, Joel Howard Taylor, she has been, very quiet. Why? Someone says, good afternoon, Brother George. I'm Moses Blackie, watching from Bon County. She has been very quiet. But yesterday, the former vice president, she spoke on some issues. Original God Chris says, good afternoon, Brother George. I'm watching from the Jacob district in presence of Richard Nambwekun, to be precise, Banansville, Quebec. Go Chris, thank you. So there was a story that that was published, and I saw the story this morning on the Analyst newspaper, that the former vice president said that the people of Bon County, what they need is severance, and they don't need king. But I want to bring you a portion of that development. I want to bring you a portion of that development this afternoon on the show from the Analyst newspaper. I'm trying to lay my hand on that story. I will bring you a portion of that development this afternoon on the show. Keep sharing the live. Keep sharing the live. I will do the acknowledgement right here on the show. Let's bring a portion of that story. They say Bon County needs severance, not king. Former VP Taylor doubles down on Senator Prince Moyi. Many pundits must have mistaken the silence of former Vice President Joe Havatila on current political affairs of the country for an exit from politics or tolerant or the accesses of the Unity Party administration. The analyst reporters reached out to her yesterday for a chit chat on prevailing national events, and she used the exclusive interview also, and she also spoke about political development in her Bon County, where she suspects some leaders, specifically Senator Prince Moy, are turning themselves into kings. The analyst report. The former vice president has peak boomed with Bon County Senator Prince Moy, who was reportedly crowned recently with laurels of appreciation by the church leaders in the county. Speaking in an exclusive interview with the analyst, she said, I don't know where the church leaders in Bon gather to say they're making him king of Bon County. Let him show the humanitarian work that he has done. But you must look at the title king. It is not a reflection of the majority of our people. That is the decision that is taking place now since the few churches got together saying they were making him king of Bon County. Yes, the development, the story. It's a very long story, but let's go through a bit. Fellow Liberians, there are too many things of recent that has been happening in Liberia, and this issue from Bonk is one of those issues that I've been having some conversation with leaders of the county. I've communicated with some of them. I've communicated with some local leaders of the county. I've also communicated with former leaders. I've communicated with media practitioners. I've communicated with citizens of that county. And I thought to talk about it this afternoon a little bit. Like I said, I will talk about it a little bit. And then we will read the communication, the resignation of the fellow who resigned from the National Port Authority, where Sekou Dukle works. So let's move in a little bit and provide some info as it relates to this development. Like I said, I was in Bonk. There's a church in Bonk called, hope I'm getting it right, I know Domio. And the bishop or pastor of that church, he has always been a political godfather. I mean, he has always been how you call it? He has been the prayer man. If you place it in that form, he has been the prayer man behind Senator Moy. He has always supported Senator Moy, and Senator Moy, I mean, personal money is into the church that he has constructed. Senator Moy has helped him personally, and politically he has been involved into all of the elections of Senator Moy in Bonk. Yes, I've followed him. I even spoke with some of the members of the church, and some admitted that Moy is in fact a member of that church. So, and I said to myself, if it is so, then this is not strange, or this is now even a crown that people should be talking about around the place. So Who is this man? Who is this pastor? When that story was reported, I decided to go to my county. Bong is my county. So I decided to go to the county, and I needed to get some information about this pastor to know whether he is a pastor, whether he's an independent man. And that's how I got to know that he's the prayer person behind Senator Moy. Everywhere Senator Moy goes, he's there and offering prayer. You know what the political pastors can do. You know them better than I even know. So when I get to realize, and I started to speak with some members of his church, and they started to say to me who this pastor is to Senator Moy. And I said to myself that I think this pastor, he was being paid by Senator Moy to do what he did. And I don't want people even taking that thing to be something serious. Look, the church in fire, as we speak, it is under construction. The church is under construction. So what do you expect from such a man? Oh, you think the man will complete a church? The man will say whatever he wants to say, just to get more attention to have the church completed. And for one part, he's not even a pastor to be taken serious. He's a man that is heavily involved into political things. He's always at more political rallies. Then you go, you sit, you take a better put in the plaza and be behind more. You say you come in to make more golf out of one Bon County. People need to be serious in this country. You can't be a man of war and you get yourself involved into political things. These things need to stop. These things need to stop. It doesn't show good sound. So what yardstick did you use to determine that Moy is the godfather? Do you even know who a godfather is? Oh, because the church is under construction, it is not completed. And you want Moy to complete it, or you want to get something from Moy. And so you just invite him to the church and start to say all sort of things. Moy, you know the reason why people used to call Prince Johnson the godfather of Nimba? There were too many things that Prince Johnson did for the people of Nimba County that Moy hasn't been able to do. If you go to Bon today, if you go to Bon County today, Moy, there's a school that he constructed there, and his name is a private school. It is the expensive school in that place. Then you take such a man, you say you come in honor the men are godfather, you come in to crank the man. We just got to enter the fire service. I think you need to step in. We get a report that the annex at the ground of the Royal Grand Hotel is on fire at the moment. This is an emergency call for the fire service. Please, if any of you listening to me, the annex at the ground of the Royal Grand Hotel is currently on fire, and so those of you listening to me from the head office of the fire service, please make your way at the ground of the Royal Hotel. The annex of the hotel is currently on fire. The fire service, please make your way there currently. It's an emergency call, and I mean there's a need that the fire service quickly you can make your way at the Royal Grand Hotel to intervene to ensure that the fire doesn't escalate, please. It's an SOS call. If you're watching and you got some of your friends, that work at the fire service, the National Fire Service, please, you have to call them now and just have them informed that the Royal Grand Hotel is currently on fire and there's a need that the fire service move in quickly. So like I was saying, the issue involving Moy being godfather of Bonk, I think he stole that godfather stuff, or he tried to steal that stuff or that slogan from the late Prince Johnson. There are too many things Prince Johnson did for the people of Nimba that the people saw and they said, look, you are the godfather of this county. But what have you been able to do, Prince Moy? What has Prince Moy done in Bong that you one political pastor would just wake up one morning and you say you're crowning Moy as political godfather? What has he done? What is his record? These are people that should not be around the gospel. I think this pastor he's been driven by his belly. That's why he's doing what he's doing. A man of God, a very true man of God, will not even do what you did. And I will get your name. My people, if you're listening, if you got anybody listening to me from Bonk, and you got my personal contact, just text me his name. And I will announce his name on this radio. That there is no need to have these kind of people. And you say you pastor or you're doing the word of God. I'm told he's the pastor of the Dominion Church. I don't know, pastor or bishop or whatever. He should not be taken seriously. He was paid for that quote-unquote crown that he crowned Moy. And Moy himself knows that he cannot be the godfather of Bonk County. He knows that. Moy knows that. Moy is an evil big brother, very wicked big brother, that he cannot be taken seriously. But again, this is the kind of situation they place us into. Things are tough. So the pastor too hustling. The man hustling, so what you expect the man to do? You gotta go and you get something from Moy. And then you say, my man, can Sunday. I will say you the godfather. How many presidents I can go into the church? So like I said, if any of you listening to me from Bong, just send me his name. And I will announce his name, or I will call his name on this radio, and I will ask those of you in the Christian community, if you're worshiping with that Dominion church, don't go there. The pastor or the bishop of that church is now a serious man. Or serious pastor will not do what he did. Or serious man pastor won't do what he did. How dare you go and be after your belly and doing all kind of things? You think because the late Prince Johnson was called the godfather of Nima, so you come and sit and sell your belly to Prince Moy to crown you as godfather? You are joking. Senator Moy, you have to go back to that pastor. The money you get a man, go and get the money from the man. Oh yeah. Senator Moy, go and get the money from the man. The man ate your money free. Or if you're promising to complete the church, you should do it at your will. But it is not because of that quote-unquote crown that you were crowned. And pastors should disengage from the political thing. Pastors disengage from the political things. What get themselves involved with politics? Why would pastors get themselves wholly and solely involved with politics? To the extent that you will get one pastor that will be after his belly and he's not doing what he's supposed to do. Then you go after a way. Go and get bribe from the man. You're doing all sorts of things in that place. Let's acknowledge those watching. Matthew T. Johnson says, good afternoon, brother. I'm Matthew T. Johnson. I'm following you from Kakata City, Maigibe County. Mamusu son says, good afternoon. The people are branch of liars who come to steal our country money. Vanish Sheriff Jr. says, good afternoon to you, brother. George, I'm watching from Johnsonville Community, Monrovia. Thanks so much for the show this afternoon. Honorunukwe Lastborn says, I'm following from Kakata, Maigibe County. And Sue Coleman says, I'm following from the Economic Freedom Fighters of Liberia. And so, like the vice president said, I don't want to speak to what she said. But on a very serious note, I think a servant will listen to his people, but not a king. Servant will listen and will act. A servant will listen and act. And like the vice president, the former vice president said, I think I will partly agree with her. That bond needs a servant and not king. And Moy is not even a servant to be named in Bonk. And just so you know that, Moy is a wicked big brother, very evil big brother. All he's after is his riches. He has enriched himself at the detriment of the county. Oh yeah. It is of no gossip. And the people of Bong are aware that Moy has enriched himself at the detriment of that county. He benefits a lot from the county, then the county benefit from him. Honestly. So we will read the letter of resignation. I just thought to talk about the issue coming from Bonk that Moy was crowned by one political pastor or political bishop as godfather of Bonk. You know, I went to the county. The very day he was being crowned, I was in the county. I was somewhere around the church. I had some interaction with even the commander of police, Fasu in Bonk. I had some conversation with him because he has also gone at the time to grace that occasion. And after then, I spoke with some of even the members that went to the church. So it tells you how we following the happenings in Bonk. Man, that place is my place. So if you get people like Moy there, and they will sit there and allow one political pastor be misleading them, fine. Let me bring the letter. I'm trying to get a letter here quickly. Then I will go through the letter of resignation. Then I open the line. But why are the guys resigning? They said that they just go, you steal and you leave, or what? What's happening? You go to the government, you steal and you leave, or what is happening? Samuel Light Cooper says, good afternoon, my brother. I'm Samuel Light Cooper, following from Kawa Back Road Community. Guys, continue to share the live. Yes, you have to continue to share the live, leave your comment, and so that others can join the live. He resigned today, March 27, 2025. Mr. Sekou A.M. Dukle, Managing Director, the National Port Authority, Freeport of Monrovia, Republic of Liberia, Mr. Sekou Hossein Dukle, letter of resignation. I'm writing to formally resign from a position as Senior Director of Corporate Service or Records and Archives Department at the National Port Authority, effective April 30, 2025. This decision was not made lightly, but due to administrative and personal reasons, I felt it is necessary for me to leave at this time. Notwithstanding, I will appreciate if the NPA management, honor your leadership, can pay my benefits price allowance since October 2024, gasoline and scratch card since January 2025. Thank you for the opportunities and experiences I've gained during my time at the NPA. Sincerely, signed Marco Dode Tapesin, Senior Director, Records and Archives Department. I'll read the letter for the last time. There's a portion of this letter that I want you to listen to. So I will read the letter for the last time, and then we will have some conversation surrounding this letter a little bit, and we will open the line and hear from you, Liberians. The letter reads, letter of resignation. I'm writing to formally sign or resigned from a position as Senior Director, Corporate Service and Records and Archives Department at the National Port Authority, or the NPA, effective April 30th. That will be, today's the what, the 27th, yeah? On the end of this month, the 31st will be, according to him, that's the time the resignation will take effect, the 30th. Is it Sunday? Yes, Sunday. Sunday will be the 30th of, we into March. He says, effective April 30th. Okay. Yeah, I think April 30th, he will be leaving, he'll be doing whatever. So he said, this decision was not made lightly, but due to administrative and personal reasons, I feel it is necessary for me to leave at this time. Notwithstanding, I will appreciate it. I will appreciate it if the NPA management under your leadership can pay my benefits me. Rest allowance since October 2024, gasoline and scratch card since January 2025. Thank you for the opportunities and experiences I've gained during my time at the NPA. Sincerely, signed Michael Doe Thapesin, Senior Director of Records and Archives Department. Look, fellow Liberians, this is it. Fellow Liberian, this is it. In this letter, the guy said he was resigning for personal reasons and administrative reasons. I tried reaching out to him, and he said to me that we can have another time. He's having some conversation with his family. And he will find time to come and so that we can have some conversation. But what is happening